Jump for joy, it's Friday, December 8th. I'm your host, Kimberly Pro. Joining me today in studio is the wonderful and lovely Gretchen Pleshaw. We've got quite an exciting show for you on this Friday morning edition. Business as usual, because we'll be talking all things Christmas cherry bombs. I had a conversation with the CEO of TV Bookers. If you're wondering what that is, you better tune in. Plus eyepieces of Vail, and then we continue with our day 2 coverage of the Vail Film Festival. So hour 1 of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to the TV8 Weather Center. Let's take a look at that Friday out there. We love to see it. 8 a.m., 24 degrees, a high of 28, and 80% chance of snow. Cloudy afternoon snow showers, winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So it looks like snow throughout. Let's take a look at the I-70 corridor. Eagle, 70% chance of snow, 30 degrees. Vail, 28 degrees. Denver, 42, and Avon, 28 degrees. Let's take a look at the hourly temperatures and conditions. It looks a little cloudy this morning, 24 degrees, a little bit slick on the road driving in, so be careful out there. Noon, 29 and cloudy, 4 p.m., 25 degrees and snow showers, and then 8 p.m., 21 degrees, and let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, in the words of Dean Martin. I love it. Tonight, a low of 12 degrees, snow 60% chance, occasional snow showers, and sunset very, very early, 4:42 p.m. Let's take a look at that 5-day forecast. Saturday, it looks like 21 degrees and sunny, mostly cloudy. Sunday afternoon, snow and 33 degrees. And then Monday, mostly sunny, 44. Tuesday and Wednesday, 42 and 41 degrees. So we're going to get a little bit of everything here. Sunshine, snow, we never know. Now, our favorite, Beaver Creek Snow Report, 9 lifts open, 17 trails open, and 7% of the train open. Not bad for this holiday season. Go back to Beaver Creek Snow Report. 4 inches in the last 24 hours. That's what we like to see. 4 inches in 48 hours. 55 inches is the season total, and 30 inches at the base depth. Now remember, lift hours 9 to 4 p.m. Let's take a look at that Vail Mountain Snow Report. 13 lifts open, 93 trails open. That's pretty dang good. And 33% of the terrain open. When we look at the snow report for Vail Mountain, 6 inches in the last 48 hours. 74 inches the season total, and 33 inches for the base depth. So not bad. I'm enjoying the snow, sunshine and snow.
Well, considering we haven't even been open a month and 33% of the trails.
I know.
It is time to shred.
You know what I always say, Kim, when people are complaining about the weather conditions, I'm like, come on, any day on the mountain is a pretty good day. So skiing, snowboarding, shred your heart out.
Shred your heart out. And I love that we're getting so much snowfall. You know,
Yes.
It is that time of year where you have 2 sets of boots for every day, the outdoor boot and the indoor boot.
It is so true. That's funny you said that. I actually yesterday put my après booties right next to my door so I can slip in out of one into the other into my house.
Yeah,
so.
it's true. It's that time of year, and we love that time of year, you know, unpacking all of the winter gear and putting it officially out so you can use it. But
I'm stoked. And the Vail Film Festival.
it's so great, the Vail Film Festival. You know, this is day 2. We had some really incredible guests that were joining us and talking all about their films and their different stories.
Yeah.
Such a wide range, you know, from postpartum to Amelia Earhart
to
dark comedies about corporate America. That was just yesterday, so I cannot wait for the conversations today.
Well, and it's wild. If you look online, you can see the rundown, and I don't know how you can fit in everything that you want to do. It's pretty awesome. It's so cool. From the Q&As, you get to speak to the directors, producers, writers, actors, actresses, see all these films, go and be part of it, immersed in the whole journey. It's pretty cool. And, of course, There is food and libations at the parties as well, which is pretty awesome. Last night I didn't get to attend, had to be up early, but lots of friends went to the Snow Sport Museum and said it was really fun. So,
well, we love the Snow Sport Museum
Yeah.
for so many reasons. They come on the show and talk about all the things that they offer.
Yeah.
It's just a great place to be for parties, for fun, for history, and for movies. But
all the things.
all the things. You know, Vail is so unique in that aspect. But we've got a lot in our first hour, so let's get started. Go fill up that cup of coffee, and we'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on Mountain Perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Just wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my family in Florida, in Delray Beach, Florida. I miss you guys and wish you were here. Love you.
All right, Merry Christmas, Thomas and Annie. We can't wait to spend Christmas with you. Love you guys.
Hi everyone, happy holidays from Vail Health.
Les deseamos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Have a happy, healthy holiday season. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now we are kicking off this Friday morning with a conversation that I had with the CEO and founder of TV Bookers. He talks all things technology and how that impacts you, the viewer. Let's take a look. Now, welcome back to the show. Our next guest we interact with on a regular basis, but not in front of the camera. So joining me today is the CEO and founder of the TV Bookers, Dominic Forth. Dominic, how are you this morning?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on the show today.
Great to have you on the show. Normally, we're interacting with you from an email perspective and getting all of the people that you work with out there in front of the camera. So tell me about the TV Bookers and what you do.
Yeah, so we're really a social impact agency. We're trying to give a voice to entrepreneurs, business leaders, thought leaders, anyone that really wants to make good in the community or the wider world. And the way we do this is really connecting them with great programming like yourselves, where just finding opportunities, to talk about the social impact that they're making and potential, differences from there.
Wonderful. You really do have such an incredible range of people that you work with. So you mentioned entrepreneurs, CEOs, and you're connecting them with an audience. So, there's been a lot of change in the industry. What are you seeing from the people you represent to the audience to the networks? What's happening in the industry right now?
Yeah, 2023 has been a fascinating year because there's been a lot of false starts in terms of technology in some cases, and ATSC 3.0 is probably the biggest conversation I'm seeing right now, where for many years we've had the ATSC 1 standard, and we even skipped over the second generation because we saw the potential for a 4K broadcast. And by this year, the goal was to really just broaden that technology. But when you have something that's voluntary, where there's a lot of different players all trying to work together to come up with a standard, there are naturally going to be delays. And so as we approach the end of the year, quite often it looks from the outside looking in that the technology hasn't progressed. But in reality, we have markets now like New York that now has this advanced broadcast capability. And so to talk about the difference, in the past, ATSC 1 built on what most people will remember was NTSC before that. And so NTSC was where, we in the 1950s, the US standard was applying color to black and white pictures. And then in 1996, we went to ATSC 1, which was making an analog signal digital, and then HD signals and, 1080 resolution. What ATSC 3 is going to do is add 4K resolution plus much improved audio and then interactive capabilities as well. So it truly is going to be groundbreaking. It's not here yet throughout the US, but numbers are showing that over 10 million set-top boxes have now been activated. So that's still a very large number, and that number is only going to grow as we go into next year.
Well, thank you for breaking that down. I know our viewers would be very interested to learn further about it. Now, could you explain a bit about what 4K would mean to the viewer?
Yeah, it's really about improved picture quality, but the frequency that they're using also adds enhanced capabilities. So you can have a more customized broadcast. So weather is the one that immediately comes to mind to me, where you can have a personalized weather forecast and also personalized content as well. Now, that does cause some privacy concerns for some people, which they can opt out in the same way you can opt out of a, on a website with cookies and things like that. But ultimately, what I'm most excited about is just the quality of the broadcast and really how this is going to continue the importance of local broadcasts, because local programming is so important to the community. And you think about civic engagement, community engagement, a lot of that is galvanized by local news coverage. And so having over-the-air coverage more accessible in the long term and having a commitment to a gold standard, I think will really be impactful, because local news is just so important. Local programming is so important. And seeing everyone committing to the future, I think, is very exciting.
Well, I think that's exactly right. We are local programming here, and so we really love being involved with our community as well. And now you mentioned the technology, and as an average user, for somebody who is just watching the program, they think of upgraded technology from a television perspective, or the type of device that they're watching their programming on. I love that you've explained a bit more on behind the scenes and the kind of technology that is happening to get the broadcast to us. Now, what kind of trends are you seeing for 2024?
Yeah, and you bring up a great point. It's very easy just to go to an electronics store, buy a TV, plug it in, and, you don't think anything more about it. And I often feel the engineers are the unsung heroes behind the scenes, because there's a tremendous effort going on behind the scenes to make this all happen. And in terms of electronics, the same is true. Next month will be the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, and we're going to see some incredible developments. So the key developments often with television is all about how white they can get the picture on one extreme and how dark they can get it on the other, so the contrast. And there's some incredible technology that's out right now that's going to be leveled up even further. And the jargon can sometimes get confusing. You have, QLED from Samsung, where they're adding quantum dots in between the LED and the picture to make the image brighter, for example. That's been out for some time now, but we're going to see next-gen sets for that. You've got organic LEDs where they use carbon and organic materials to help improve picture quality. And then you've even got phosphorescent technology as well. So a lot of TVs are currently fluorescent technology. This can be phosphorescent technology as well. So there's a lot going on. Ultimately, for the end user, though, I wouldn't get too bogged down by that. I think the best thing you can do when you're looking for a TV set is just go to the review site, find a price point you're comfortable with, and determine what's the best picture quality for the price for me. And don't get too carried away, because we could spend hours talking about the specifics of each technology and the pros and cons.
It's true. There are so many terms and technology. I'm not one to pay attention to all of the specific details. I'm looking at the picture size, the size of my picture, and also the quality of it. And I love that there is an organic technology piece. So that's really exciting stuff. So Dominic, where can we go for more information to learn all about what you do and about technology? You mentioned a website and looking up reviews. So where can we find out all the things that we need to know?
Yeah, so in terms of technology, I think going to the manufacturers' websites are always good. I mean, Samsung continue to be a leader, LG continue to be a leader. Even just tapping into your local hardware store. I mean, Best Buy, obviously, and Amazon, two great review sites as well. In terms of social impact and, trying to make a difference in the local community, which is what we do at the TV Bookers, you can find us online at thetvbookers.com. And always happy to work with people who are looking to get the story out, looking to make a difference, particularly in healthcare and in education, and also innovation as well. So again, the TV Bookers is our main site, and I'm happy to help promote causes for positive social impact.
Absolutely, and you connect change makers with the community. I love that motto. So we appreciate you, Dominic. Thank you so much for coming on and being in front of the camera this time. And we loved hearing all that you have to say about technology and the upcoming trends in the next year. It's really, really interesting information.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. We'll be right back with more right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley, and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to the TVA Weather Center. Happy Friday. Let's take a look at what's going on outside. 8 a.m., 24 degrees, a high of 28, and 80% chance of snow. That's what we like to see. Cloudy afternoon, snow showers, winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Eagle, 30 degrees, 70% chance of snow. Avon, 28, 70% chance of snow. Again, 80% chance in Vail, 28 degrees. And then Denver, 60% chance of precipitation and 42 degrees. So higher temperatures in Denver per usual. 8 a.m. 24 degrees and cloudy, noon 29 cloudy, 4 p.m. 25, and we see those snow showers creeping in, and then 8 p.m. 21 degrees and snow showers. Tonight a low of 12 degrees, 60% chance of snow and occasional snow showers. Sunset at 4:42 p.m. Winds west 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's take a look at that 5-day forecast. Saturday, mostly cloudy, 21 degrees. Sunday, we have afternoon snow and 33 degrees. And then Monday through Wednesday, we see the sun coming back, mostly sunny, 44 degrees. Tuesday, 42, and Wednesday, 41 degrees and mostly sunny. So beautiful week ahead and weekend. Let's take a look at how to make some cherry bombs.
Welcome back to the show now. Julio and I love getting in the kitchen on both Conexión Latina and Good Morning Vail. And I'm so excited about this partnership because we are making some fun Christmas cherry bombs, which are a delicious little treat if you're having a holiday party or want to give them away as gifts.
It looks very exciting, Kim. Thank you for inviting me. Like you said, we're always, both of us, doing stuff in the kitchen, so being able to do something together is very fun. And all the ingredients look nice and festive with the sprinkles, the cherries, so I'm excited.
Who doesn't love glitter and sparkles
Right,
and
exactly.
bright colors at the holiday season?
Exactly.
So we're going to go ahead and get started. It's super simple. You need sprinkles,
Yes.
you need maraschino cherries,
Okay.
and then white chocolate, and you want to melt it. So the hardest part, I would say, is the white chocolate and how to melt it. White chocolate is a very delicate ingredient.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that you are either double boiling it or you're like microblasting it in the microwave at like 10-second increments because it has properties that allow it to separate if you're not monitoring the heat.
I have had some experience like that.
So you know all about it, right? So we have a double boiler action going on here, and it's pretty simple. You just put a, you either do like glass, you just don't want the chocolate to be on the direct heat surface.
Right.
So we've got it set to about medium low.
Okay.
We have about 2 inches of water in our pot. And we're just going to simply pour the chocolate in here.
Kind of eyeball it.
Eyeball it, you know, we're making, it depends on how many, right?
Yes.
You know, one of, this is a really great Christmas treat, and you can give it away as gifts. So if you're making like a whole jar of cherries, we've got probably about a half a jar here. You just kind of eye it and decide what you want to do. I would recommend, and this is not a brand plug, but I prefer the Nestle chocolates.
Yes,
white
you were saying
chocolate,
it's
regular chocolate.
They're easier to melt.
Easier to melt, much better than some of the higher end brands.
Okay.
We're just kind of letting it melt here a little bit. It's going to take a minute, so we'll just stir it. You just want to make sure now, if you have a bowl that fits your pot, it won't be bouncing all over the place. Yes. But you know, right now you can see the chocolate's starting to melt.
I do see that it's kind of already starting to melt.
So if you've got something like that, you can always just use an additional, just to make sure that
some
it stays
stability.
in place. Yeah, we're just going to keep melting it, keep going. But in front of us, we have several
we've got all the
options.
ingredients, and it seems very easy. Don't need lots of ingredients, Kim.
You don't.
Most of us have sprinkles at home, so we can just kind of use them. So we've got, as Kim mentioned, we've got some of our cherries here. We've got sprinkles. Today, Kim and I decided to go with a couple different variations.
Yeah.
We've got the red and green for some of that holiday spirit, as you can see there. Just kind of make some red and green sprinkles.
Yep.
We're doing blue. I think that's kind of giving winter vibes.
It is,
right, with the blue.
Blue for, Hanukkah, winter,
Yes.
New Year's, winter, it's just
And
great.
then we're kind of going a little crazy here with all the rainbow sprinkles, just for some added fun.
Added fun, it gives a little bit of texture and variety in your cherries.
Yes.
So we're just kind of monitoring this chocolate. We're like
Okay.
letting it melt. One of the things that you can do with white chocolate is add some coconut oil to it.
Okay.
And it kind of helps melt everything together. But we're just going to turn the heat up a little bit more in the essence of time, so it melts
Yes,
a little
that'll
bit
kind of
faster
help
here.
us melt a little faster.
And we're watching it. We'll stir it a little bit, making sure that it doesn't burn.
All right.
But you just want to make sure that you got everything set up. So I would typically recommend a maraschino cherry
Okay.
with a stem.
Yes,
Makes
ours don't have stems
Ours
today.
don't have stems today, but that's okay because you can use a toothpick or just simply a fork and
Yes.
spoon. And it's really easy Christmas thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have any fun Christmas traditions
I
or
was
things?
not traditions, but I was going to say I have a holiday party I'm going to this weekend. So I think
Okay.
that you're already giving me ideas on what to bring because we're all bringing, a little treat or something to share. So I think I might be making this for this weekend.
Absolutely, and it's a great one to make. Now,
Yeah.
if you're going to a holiday party and it's adults,
I was gonna say,
adults
yep.
only, you can turn it up a notch. And I would recommend soaking your cherries in a vanilla vodka or a flavored vodka
Okay.
overnight. Something that pairs well with the cherry flavor.
Absolutely.
You just soak it in there, so it's a fun little,
just take it up a notch.
fun little treat of
Yes.
flavor bomb in your mouth.
And it'll be a surprise for the guests too.
It will. You have to warn them, check their IDs, make sure they're
Exactly.
21 and above.
Yes.
But we're just making sure this chocolate is melting. It's slowly starting to melt here. So
Okay.
one of the tricks that you can do, coconut oil is a good one. And I don't want to get chocolate all over the place. I'll set these here. But one of the things that you can do is add a little bit of water to the chocolate itself or oil. Oil's usually best. But what it'll do is it'll add a little bit more, I guess you could say like liquid.
Yes.
So it's consistent. It just
It'll
gives
make it a little bit easier to work with too.
and a nice light coating. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So you've got this Christmas party.
Yes.
You might be making these cherry bombs.
Yes.
What other ideas did you have in mind?
Well, I don't know. I think we are also doing a white elephant, so that's always fun.
That's a great one.
I think that's kind of a family and friend tradition at my house. And today we usually do, like regular gifts that people will actually use and enjoy. But today we're going with a more traditional, funny white elephant gift. So I'm still brainstorming some ideas on what to bring to make it, funny. And
I love a good white elephant. Now, as you can see, the water is heating up a little bit more. So we're going to drop that temperature down, but it's made our white chocolate really melt, and especially with that extra added water, because we just want it to be nice and I'd say not super thick because you want to dip it just a light coating on those cherries here.
Perfect.
So we're almost there. We're getting ready to dip it. Once you dip it, that's the fun part. You just kind of keep rolling until you
And
decide
then it
you've
goes
got
fast
enough.
from there, yeah.
It
And it's
does.
starting to smell good. But you can kind of start to smell that white chocolate in the kitchen, and it's
think,
starting to come together.
Yeah, I think we're going to, what do you think? You think
We're
we should go
looking
ahead and give it
ready.
a shot and try?
You can give it a shot.
Let's give it a shot. We've got,
Roll the sleeves up.
get those sleeves nice and rolled up. Chocolate's nice and melted. We're going to make sure to get it out of this whisk so that we have as much chocolate as
For our
possible.
cherries. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to do the dipping, and you
Give
can
you a
do
fork.
the rolling.
I will do that. I'll
And we'll
move these
see
out of the
what
way.
we decide to do and what kind of fun combinations
Okay.
we're going. So you literally just need to dip it just a little bit, and of course I dropped it in here. Oh, there we go. That's why it's much easier to do this with cherries that have
A stem on.
stem. But you just do a quick little twist. All right. Let's see how this looks. You can just kind of roll it up the side here. And it
It'll
really
kinda
doesn't have to be
grow.
perfect. You
As
just-
long as we've got some chocolate on there,
Yeah.
that'll give us something for our sprinkles to stick on. I'm going to go right into the festive green and red here. I'm just going to kind of roll. Am I doing this right, Kim?
You're doing it right. It looks great
Just
to me. I
kinda
don't think there's a wrong way to do this.
Right. Just kind of roll it in there. I've got that sprinkles on there. Hope you can see that on camera. And then I'm just going to.
So, it's trial and error. I think we like the festive
the
colors,
first one,
but
yes.
I think definitely cherries with stems, much easier way to do this. So
There you
poke
go.
it. We're going to do two at a time.
Two at a time.
2 at a time.
Let's just do it.
And just dip it in there into that white chocolate. And it really doesn't matter what the chocolate looks like because you want to make sure. Here, I'll do a switch with you. Give that one to you. You want to make sure that you've got enough sprinkles or enough chocolate on it so that it covers the sprinkles to your liking.
Oh, this blue is such a nice color too.
I love the contrast of the blue against the red. It's just really beautiful.
We've got that one with the blue sprinkles there.
There we go. Do a little fork switch with you.
And I'm just going to go into the rainbow ones because I feel like these are the most colorful and fun.
Yeah, it's really like, what's the theme of your party? If you're doing a holiday party and you've got a specific color theme, or if it's just fun and you just want it to be exciting, it's where you would use the rainbow colors.
We're actually doing ugly Christmas, so I feel like the rainbow, ugly Christmas sweater, sorry.
It would be perfect.
The rainbow ones kind of gives it that funky,
You're right.
groovy holiday spirit.
I think we're in a groove now, speaking of.
Yes. I'm going to try to actually do maybe like a half and half situation.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
See if that'll work.
You can serve these, I would recommend after they've kind of set a little bit, popping them back into the fridge or the freezer because it allows everything to kind of like set together.
Yes,
I would give it at least a couple of hours before you decide to serve them. So if you're making them, these are a great make-ahead treat.
Yes.
You definitely do it that way.
Have these ready to go and just pull them out of the fridge when your guests come over.
Just start passing them around.
And you'll be ready.
Who doesn't love a delicious little treat to kick off the party?
All right.
All right, we're just going to keep on going here. But really, it's super simple, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You just really need to make sure that you monitor your chocolate. Once you've kind of let it melt, which we could let this melt a little bit more, but once it's started to melt, you want to make sure that that heat is lower.
Okay.
And
keep it on a low heat.
Keep it on a low heat. So
Perfect.
max you want to do is medium, and make sure that white chocolate does not hit the direct source of heat.
Okay.
That's the most important piece.
Yes, very important tip.
Yeah, it's definitely a big one. So we're looking pretty good. I think out of the colors, which one's your favorite?
I like the blue just because of how bright it is.
Yeah, I
and
think
that contrast with the red cherries, like you mentioned.
It's giving Elsa and Anna vibes.
Yeah.
You've got red for Anna. You've got the blue for Elsa.
We're in that winter.
We are in that winter wonderland, especially here in the Vail Valley.
Do that.
But it's
all right.
We're having a blast. So I think we're crushing it.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going.
We're just gonna keep going. But in the meantime, save this recipe. 3 ingredients, 4 if you include the vodka.
Yep.
Very easy. But Christmas cherry bombs. Thank you for joining me, Julio.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Blast having you in the kitchen.
I've got a treat for my holiday party.
Absolutely. Right. Just stick a toothpick in it, put it in the fridge, let it set for a couple hours, and you're good to go.
We're good to go. Thank you,
Ken. Now stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the magic of the season like never before with the Leadville Railroad on our Holiday Express. Gather the family for an enchanting journey filled with dazzling displays of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Create cherished memories that will last a lifetime on this unforgettable train adventure that captures the spirit of the holidays. Booking information at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, we love Eyepieces of Vail. 8 locations, the best sunglasses, the best goggles. Kim got to take a look and talk to Eyepieces of Vail. So let's take a look at it.
I am so excited. I'm Kimberly Perot here, and I am standing here with Tyler Moore of Eyepieces of Vail. How are you, Tyler?
I'm doing great. What about yourself, Kimberly?
You know, I'm loving being out here. I'm loving standing in the middle of all of your goggles. We're here at the famous Goggle Bar.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. We are at the Goggle Bar, and it is such a cool concept and store. We love this store. It's so unique in its appearance and how we can help service you with any of your optical needs. It's not just goggles. We have glasses, sunglasses, prescription, really, you name it, we're able to help you out here.
That's amazing. So we're at the Bridge Street location. So you've got the Goggle Bar here, and we've got quite an array of goggle selection. What do we have in front of us today?
Today, I thought we'd kind of focus on one of our favorite brands, Smith Optics. Definitely kind of like the leader in ski sport optics for sure. So I pulled a few of their models here, a great helmet. Yeah, you know, who doesn't love a good set of goggles?
Absolutely. You know, I'm a Smith girl. I don't mean to plug that, but you may have to convince me otherwise because the impressive array behind us is great. But fun story. I was on the mountain one day. It was super white out, couldn't see it. So I went straight down to the bottom of the slopes and walked in and said, I need a pair of goggles. And they gave me a pair of Smiths. Yep. So tell me about them. What do we have here?
You know, we'll start over here on my right here. This is their flagship model. It's called the 4D Mag. And this is a really cool goggle with a lot of interesting tech. Namely, the lens here is going to be the kind of shining star. But you can see here it kind of goes from flat to curved. And this unique toric lens shape allows you to have a lot bigger field of vision without the goggle itself having to be massive. So this is a really cool way to kind of combat how do we keep a goggle you know, that fits a lot of faces, but also has the field of vision of a bigger goggle. You know, and on top of that too, it's one of the easiest to swap out. 1, 2 switches right here, pops right off. Comes with a second lens for those cloudier days. You can pop it right back on, lock it down, and you're on your way.
Looks amazing. I know, I love it. So I have a question about this technology in specific. Is this a new shape for this season, for the latest model, or tell me more about it?
It's been around for a couple seasons now, but it works. And it's kind of hard to see, so I would recommend you come in to actually try it on because the difference is quite outstanding. You're not going to, if you feel claustrophobic, like a lot of people do in goggles, this is a great one that kind of gives you that feeling of like no frame around your face, you know, free vision. It really does work.
Amazing. And so we've got some helmets here as well. So tell me a little bit about the helmets.
Cool. Yeah, right here we also have their top line model, Nexus. This was released last year. It features a few interesting technologies. Number one, what we always want to see is at least this yellow dot here called MIPS, or a MIPS equivalent. This is better for your brain if you fall down, which happens a lot in skiing.
It does. Can you tell me, what does MIPS stand for? So when someone goes in, they know exactly what they're talking about.
Oh, man. Yeah. So it's a multiple direction impact protection system. So it's quite the mouthful. But pretty much what it is, it's a liner that rotates independently in the helmet that reduces rotational violence of a crash. Because, you know, we don't just crash straight down. We're typically crashing at speed with glancing blows. So this, you know, is supposed to keep your brain in a more forward position and not shaking around in your head as much, which, as we know, is what kind of causes concussions.
Absolutely. Well, helmets are important regardless of your skill level.
Exactly. Yeah, always wear a helmet, please. You know, even if you're confident in your ability, you shouldn't be confident in other people's ability. You know,
That's exactly right. It's like defensive driving.
Defensive driving, yes, exactly.
Okay, so this is great. So this is also a Smith helmet, and so talk to me about like the pairing. So how do you pair the goggle with the helmet, and like what do you recommend?
For sure. I mean, I recommend what fits your face and your head the best. Mixing and matching, we can do a lot, and the industry has become a lot more standardized in its shapes. But in essence, for Smith, you know, they are designed to work perfectly together. The shape of the brim of the helmet and the shape of the top of the goggle are made to actually give you a nice fit to kind of keep the top of this goggle protected from snow and stuff that would block its ability to vent. So yeah, I mean, Smith on Smith is great, but don't be afraid to kind of mix and match a little. We can find the perfect fit for you.
You've got to show off your steez.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have a variety of Smith goggles here. Tell me a little bit about some of these others.
Yeah, the others, this is going to be their famous IO mag line. So this is easy interchangeability as well. Everything that we carry in Smith comes with 2 lenses, which we find it's just great. You know, you can look at the weather, see what you're doing, and choose a lens and go from there. But it's easy nowadays. Long gone are like jamming the lens into the frame. There's a little switch right back here, then it just pops right off.
I'm loving this new technology.
It's so easy.
Gone are the days of shoving your lens into a rubber outside.
Yeah, it was always tough. People's thumbs hurt. Dad was always upset when he had to do all 4 kids in the morning. Now the kids can do it themselves.
That's great, and they probably love doing that as well.
Exactly.
So Eyepieces of Vail, you're so unique here in what you do. You've got not only a wide array of goggle selection, but you also can fit people with prescriptions for their goggles specifically. Tell me a little more about that.
We can. So we specialize in prescription, prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses, but also one that you don't see a lot of is prescription goggles. This nifty little thing right here is a godsend for a lot of people. It fits in pretty much any goggle, not just Smith, anything on the back of the wall, we can fit this in, and it just clips in to your goggle like such. It's super easy, simple. We do this with an anti-fog coating too. You know, that's probably the number one thing that people with glasses, when they're putting their goggles over their glasses, deal with. This helps mitigate, that from happening as much. So, great option for those that need to see while you ski.
Yeah, and it really gives a curated fit into the goggle versus your glasses where you've got 2 different angles and shapes on your face.
Correct. It's a lot more comfortable.
Yep.
It performs better, but also it's a lot safer. You don't have to risk falling and breaking your glasses. I have seen people get cut up from when their glasses break. It's a real risk that you're taking when you do that.
And safety is key, especially on the mountain, and you want to look good while you're doing it.
Exactly. We're going to help you perform your best, look your best, be your best.
So if we want to pursue this prescription option within our goggles, how do we do that? You've got a doctor here on site, so tell me all about that.
Correct, yeah. So we do have Dr. G, who's really great to work with. He comes in every Tuesday, Thursdays, both to the Edwards location and our Village Center location here in Vail Village across from Solaris. So he starts in Edwards in the morning and then comes to Vail around 3 o'clock. Appointments typically take about 30 minutes. So you can just give us a call, check availability, and we're happy to book you and get your eyes checked. And, some of these we can even have done same day depending on your prescription.
So it's not just for goggle prescription. You can do a true eye doctor appointment.
Correct. Yeah. And that's if you need glasses, prescription sunglasses, goggles, anything. That'll get you set up, and we'll check your eye health to make sure everything's going well for you, and then, send you on your way.
Well, I'll be booking an appointment, that's for sure. So talk to me about operating hours. So you mentioned when he's here. So what are your typical operating hours from a store perspective?
Correct. Yeah, we have 8 locations total, 6 here in Vail Village. And at the moment, pretty much most all of them are running 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Up here at Bridge Street, we start a little earlier because the gondola starts at 8:30. So that's right when we get here too. And then, so we have a lot of convenient locations. Obviously, Bridge Street here, right at the base of Gondola 1, closest retail location. Village Center, across from Solaris, which is where the doctor's office is. At Sonnenalp, we have our Eyepieces Sport concept, which is a great little boutique to go into. Lion's Head, if you find yourself over in Lion's Head Village. Beaver Creek, even if you're up over there skiing in Beaver Creek. And then down in Edwards as well. And then if you find yourself over in Roaring Fork Valley, you can find us at Willett's next to Whole Foods and at the base of Snowmass at the Viceroy Hotel.
So you really cover the entire Vail Valley, which is wonderful.
Yep.
No excuses. You need to upgrade your goggles this season for sure.
Yeah.
So head over to Eyepieces Vail. Well, thank you so much for talking and telling us everything, Tyler. Are there anything else that we should know if we're coming in to look for the right frame or goggle for our faces?
Just know that we're happy to help you out however we can. Even if you're just having a little troubleshooting and you're not going to buy anything, like we're just happy to be here and offer any service that we can.
It's great. Well, they offer white glove service here at the Goggle Bar. Make sure that you head over to Eyepieces of Vail. You'll get to chat with Tyler and everyone else here in the store. So lots of exciting things happening. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We are all giggles this morning. I am with the lovely, gorgeous Ava Akers and Chelsea Bowe. How are you doing, you guys?
We're excited, yeah.
And they are here for No Right Way, the amazing film I am stoked to watch. I know all about this. And I have to say, just before we dive right in, you guys are full of energy and full of love and light and just beautiful. How is this? And I can tell that you have such a good working relationship. How did this all come to be your friendship?
Good question. Really just through, so I directed No Right Way.
Yes.
Ava is a co-star, and I found Ava, our lovely casting directors help us find Ava, but I feel like pretty immediately we hit it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
clicked.
just, yeah.
Well, and Chelsea, you're a writer, director, and you're starring in the film.
Yes.
Can we take a moment and just thank you? That is a big deal.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
She does it all.
Literally, I'm like, yes, you do all of it. That's incredible to have that type of mind, writing, directing, and acting, co-starring in this film.
Yeah, it's been a journey, and I couldn't have done it without the crew and my husband, who's my producing partner, and just like the support of everyone. You know,
I love that.
Takes a village.
Well, and we should say Sean Drummond as well is
Yes,
the producer.
yes.
And I heard that he's very close to us this morning.
He is.
I'm like,
He
if
may
we
be
could
here.
pan over to the left. So, No Right Way. It's all about, tell me if I'm correct,
Yes.
a tween, or
Yes.
we like to say teeny bopper, that is forced to live with her half-sister.
Yes.
And what ensues? Is it good? Is it bad? Tell us a little bit about the film.
Sure, yeah. So Harper has control tendencies.
Okay.
And that doesn't fare well when she's taking care of Georgie, who's very independent for her age. And kind of, you know, as she's trying to step into this like parenting role as a 20-something-year-old woman, it doesn't go as planned, as it never does.
Yeah.
And it kind of leads to exposing like their parallel childhood wounds.
That's
So,
what I was so interested in when I
Yeah.
was reading all about the film. I think that's such a cool moment in the story that you're able to connect and see where both of you are wounded and both of you have this
Yes.
pain and this hurt from the way you were raised. That's
Yeah.
a very interesting. I don't think I've never heard of that
And they're
before.
half sisters, so they
Yes.
have the same dad, different moms. So, and they're raised very differently, but they do have some
similar.
Yeah.
And I think they bond by finding humor in the tough situations, which is what I love,
Yeah.
you know, just to lead your life with that kind of message of, you know, find the funny in the bad times.
I
and
love that.
They kind of relate in that way, but I don't think
Yeah.
Georgie wouldn't want to admit that.
Fair.
Well, and I think that's such truth for life, right? Like
Yeah.
there are things that hurt, and it's not always easy, but you have to find kind of. You're right. You can laugh or cry, and sometimes it's okay to feel the way you want to feel, but sometimes you have to laugh because
Sometimes you do it at the same time.
exactly.
Yeah, I've done
Very
that.
true. Me too, girl. So No Right Way. Where was it filmed, and how long did it take to film as
Yeah,
well?
so we filmed it in between Los Angeles and Vegas, a little bit of both,
Awesome.
mostly in LA, outskirts of LA, and it took about 20-ish days.
Wow.
Yeah, with pickups and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
20 days.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were the hours like?
We were doing 12-hour days, which is, and Ava at the time was 18, which it was her
Wow.
first job as an adult. Before
Yeah.
then, she's been working since she was 3 years old.
3,
So
yeah.
she's a
That's
freaking
amazing.
pro.
Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm like, talk about powerful women right here. Thank you. That is brilliant.
Yeah.
And it seems like you guys just really connect on a level, you're a friendship level. And
We're
I bet-
family now.
Yeah.
I
She's
can't
my
wait-
sister in real life too at this point.
I love that because I can't wait to see that on the screen. I'm sure it just bounces off and you can feel that energy together.
You definitely can feel it. So we've been told.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we have been told the chemistry's there, the family aspect is there.
So the whole concept of the film is kind of working through these childhood wounds that you
Yeah.
both have,
Yeah.
and the feeling of you being independent and wanting to go your own way, and then having someone pull you back and have this moment of, no, you can't do you. You have to kind of follow my rules. Was that hard for you guys to play the different characters, or was it easy?
Do
Did
you
you
wanna go
relate
first,
with
or-
them? Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like it kind of felt natural for me to be on that other side of like the independent side because
Right.
it's tough for me to admit sometimes when I need help and to ask for that help.
100%.
And I love advice, but I don't like to admit that I desperately need help.
Don't we all?
Right.
Yeah, so I think that was what I pulled from my own self to play this character because she is so different from me in a lot of ways, but
Yeah.
that aspect of it was very like, that was kind of my stubbornness and
That relatable.
Yeah. I really resonated with that part of Georgie. And I don't know, I mean.
Yeah, and so the story is inspired by my sister and I and experiences we shared.
Real life.
Yes.
Love this. Okay.
So Harper is a version of me, but she's definitely more uptight than I am. I have some of that, but Harper's like next level.
Yeah.
I love your energy. You're like, I'm way more chill. Let me just like tell
really
everyone
is.
before
For the
you see this
record.
film, I'm way more chill.
Just so
Well,
you
that's
guys know.
brilliant. And that's such an interesting moment too, because you're playing yourself pretty much. Did you find, for me, that would be hard, truly, because I know, just like what you said, you have to take it to a different level where you're like, maybe I have some of these tendencies, however, I'm not that crazy, you know?
Yeah. And Harper, she's definitely kind of the antagonist a little bit in the film. So that it was fun to play, and I think the hardest part was writing it, actually.
Really?
I think playing it was surprisingly easier than like doing, because that's when you do all the work, is like in the writing phase. And
that's what I was going to ask you. Was
Yeah.
this so very cathartic for you to write this? Because you're living your life again.
Yes.
And you're going yes. That was awesome. You guys are great. I love that. Come back tomorrow.
We'll be here.
So I can't imagine, that it has to be really cathartic, but also I'm sure there were some tears, some funny moments. Tell us about, take us on that journey.
Emotional roller coaster. And my little sister, who's 19, she was on set the entire time too.
Wow.
So it really was an emotional roller coaster.
Did she
for
talk
both
to
of
you
us.
a little bit about?
Yeah, she really guided me through approaching the scenes that were more closely to like her real life and what really happened. And we got close and we talked all the time. I just wanted to make sure that I knew everything that I needed to do those scenes and play that part. But
Did
she's
that put
awesome.
a weight on your, because what you're saying, I love that, because you guys are such genuinely kind humans. And I know for you, I can tell you guys obviously take this very seriously, and it's your passion and you're good at what you do. Was that hard a little bit, just to be like, oh, I want to make sure that I depict you in the right light, in the right way? That's like a lot of pressure.
I think so, but I felt really fortunate to have her there to talk to me, and she's so open and so, she was so vulnerable and strong and just really honest. And we kind of had to just be that vulnerable and honest with ourselves and each other to get to those points. So I was glad that I had her there to kind of tell me things, or she gave me like the music she listened to when she was 13, and I would listen to that on set and just fill my mind with that time of her life.
Wow.
But
you're literally walking in her shoes, which is really
in a way, yeah. So there's definitely a pressure. I want to be, I want to do her justice and like make her happy with it. But also, I think I had some leeway because it is a separate character.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not
right.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, every time you say that now, I'm just laughing because you're like, I am not that crazy.
And
that's all I'm gonna
Georgie
think.
and Alana aren't identical either, but there's pieces of Alana.
That you
There's
can take
pieces
them.
of me, for sure.
Yeah.
And Ava
So
made
it's
it
fun
her
to pick and
own,
pull and just see what you want to add in there.
Ladies, you got me really excited. I am super stoked. And tell us all what time, because I know you have kind of a big time slot.
Yeah, we're the closing night film, which we're super excited about. We're screening on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. at the Cascade Theater.
Awesome.
At the Grand Hyatt. So
That
we're
is
super excited
so
about
excited.
it. Yeah.
You got me really excited, so I can
And
only...
Ava's winning an award, so...
Oh, let's talk. Okay, real quick. Ava, what award are you winning? I already know.
I'm being honored with the Rising Star Award.
That's amazing.
Crazy. I can't believe
it couldn't
it.
happen to a nicer human being. You're lovely. You guys
Thank you.
both.
So are you.
You
Thank
won
you.
my
True.
I'm like, I'm not crazy.
That's all.
Every time I see you now, I'm gonna be like, girl. After I watch the movie, I'm gonna be like, well, you really like that. Well, I can't wait to check it out. I will be there. You guys are brilliant. Thank you so much. And for people that can't maybe make it on Saturday, is there somewhere else they can check it out?
So it's not online yet, but we're keeping everyone in the loop through social media. So at No Right Way Movie on Instagram and at No Right Way Film on Facebook. And we'll tell everyone where it ends up so that when it finds distribution, we can share it with everyone.
Well, ladies, you are amazing. Check out the film. I hope to see you Saturday night, The Cascade. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Happy Friday. It is Kimberly here. It is December 8th, and it is day 2 of the Vail Film Festival. In the second hour, we'll be talking all things Vail Film Festival, plus I have a conversation about the brand new Paramount Plus series, The Finest Kind. So very excited about that. And it's Friday. Eagle Valley Library District will be here in studio with us as well. I'm your host, Kimberly Pro. Joining me in studio is Gretchen Pleshaw, and hour 2 starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Happy Friday. Welcome to the TV8 Weather Center. Let's take a look at what's going on outside today. 8 a.m., 24 degrees, cloudy afternoon, snow showers. We love to see it. A high of 28 and snow 80% chance. Winds west 5 to 10 miles per hour. So definitely get on out there and do some skiing or shredding 8 a.m., 24 degrees and cloudy. Noon, cloudy. 4 p.m., snow showers. And 8 p.m., 21 degrees with snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. I love it. Low of 12 degrees tonight. Snow 60% chance. Occasional showers and sunset at 4:42 p.m. Winds west 5 to 10 miles per hour. So like I said, a great day to go hit the mountains and hit the Vail Film Festival as well. Saturday and Sunday, we see mostly cloudy, 21 degrees. Afternoon snow on Sunday, 33 degrees. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that sun is coming back with mostly sunny, 44 degrees. But check out the lows, still 17 degrees. Bundle up, lots of fluids, lots of water. And then Tuesday, mostly cloudy, 42. And Wednesday, 41 and mostly sunny. Now, this is what we love. The Beaver Creek Snow Report, 9 lifts open, 17 trails open, and 7% of the train is open. Now remember, lift hours 9 to 4 p.m. Go ski and shred your heart out. 4 inches the last 48 hours. 55 inches is the season total. Not bad at all. And 30 inches for the base depth for Beaver Creek. Vail Mountain, 13 lifts open, 93 trails open. Pretty impressive. And 33% of the train open in Vail. So 6 inches last 24 hours, 48 hours. 74 inches for the season total and 33 inches for the base depth. So let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. I am ready. I just, it's that time of year. Love the sunshine, but really into the snow.
It is that time of year, and I usually listen to music every morning when I get ready for the show. And
Yes.
I switched officially to Christmas music. So Let It Snow came on this morning, and I love that song.
Today's best music, the Lift FM. We have Christmas tunes, holiday tunes all season long.
It's true, all season long. But you know, what I love about right now is the Vail Film Festival. And you know, it is before the holidays, but it's such a special and unique time here. And I know, Gretchen, you mentioned that this is why you moved to Vail Valley. So
Truly.
Tell me about your experience.
It's interesting. So years ago, I heard about this amazing festival called the Vail Film Festival. I lived in downtown Denver in Lodo, and my friends and I kind of got in, well, okay, let me rewind. Friends as in Kevin and Jackie Jorgensen, Kevin climbing the south face, I think it was, the mountain. Dear friends of mine, they kind of got me in the car, packed me up, ready to go, and we all went to Vail, to the Vail. And I remember driving in and being like, where am I? And this is stunning. Flash forward the next 3 days, talking to directors and actors and producers and writers, and I loved how passionate everyone was. I loved how intelligent people were and are talking about films, and then it just kind of sparked my interest in this whole entertainment industry. So pretty exciting stuff. It really helped me with my career and making Vail my home.
And you know, what better way to do that, to pursue all of your dreams and passions, snowboarding, skiing, and also the creative arts here, which is what we love.
Pretty blessed humans here.
It's true. Well, we've got a lot more of the Vail Film Festival coverage here after this break, so we'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm very excited. Kobe Goss, All Happy Families. How
Yes.
are you doing, Kobe?
I am great. It's so great to be here. What a beautiful place.
I am so happy that you're here, and I heard that you just flew in.
Yes.
So you've barely even a ribbon
Right.
arrived.
I've acclimated.
Yes, you've acclimated, but you're feeling, and you went to the opening party.
Right. So
Because your film, All Happy Families, was the opening night film.
it was, and everyone seemed very happy to be there, and lots of laughs. So that was really nice to hear.
Well, Kobe, you are the producer, executive producer, and the co-writer. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so last night, how cool is that you were watching all these people? I mean, I know that you've done festivals already, but seeing people's energy watching your film, how does that feel? I can't imagine sitting in a space. You created this amazing, beautiful film, and funny, I've heard.
Yes.
And it's your baby, and then you're literally watching people just get to know it. How does that feel?
I don't know if I could adequately describe it. It really is great. And,
Yeah.
and I think the laughter is the biggest one. To hear people laugh and recognize themselves in the characters. Yeah.
So, Kobe, tell us a little bit about the characters, because I just was saying off camera, this reminds me of a family that I know, two brothers. And so kind of walk us through what the...
So All Happy Families is a dramedy about a family in Chicago. And the two brothers are both actors.
Right.
One is very successful and on a television show in Los Angeles, and one is not successful, still lives in the family home in Chicago. And over the course of the weekend, they all come together, and it is determined that the television actor might be losing his lucrative television job. And it sort of throws the entire family into a panic, because he kind of bankrolls everyone's lives.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Which I feel it could be very relatable. I mean, like...
I think so.
That's
yeah.
interesting. Do you have people in mind when you were thinking about this film? Is this loosely based on anyone?
You know, I'm an actor in my day job.
Yes.
So I kind of was thinking about myself.
That's totally what I was getting at. I didn't want to call you out. Awesome. Yes.
No. But then we decided, like, you know, let's put this movie out to some name actors and see what
Cool.
they think, and we were able to do very well.
Yeah, Kobe, tell us some of the people that are in this film, because I know that other people are gonna recognize some of the names.
So yeah, Josh Radnor plays the younger brother.
Yes.
He's from How I Met Your Mother and other stuff. He's fantastic, funny. Rob Hubel, who is one of the funniest comedians, actors. Plays the successful brother,
Right.
Becky Ann Baker, who recently played Ted Lasso's mother.
Yes.
On Ted Lasso.
Love.
And other great movies like television series like Girls and Freaks and Geeks, going back.
Some of my favorites.
Yeah.
That's why I'm smiling so big.
Yeah.
Yes.
And John Ashton plays the father who played, I think, every single cop in every 80s movie. He was in Beverly Hills Cop
Totally.
movie. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, it's interesting because when you're saying the different names, all I can think about is all of them are amazing at comedy, and their timing. All of them is just on. And that was my next question to you. When you're sitting there and watching, and you said the laughter piece is really what matters to you in the film. Are there moments where you thought people would laugh more, and then were you shocked at where they laugh? I mean, is that, as you know, you're creating this film? Yeah, is that?
I think one of the most interesting things is, because I've sat in on a few screenings.
Okay.
And depending on the personality, age range of the audience,
Right.
like different sections get more laughs, which I think is a good sign for the movie.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's relatable to everyone, but in a different way. That's so cool. That's really neat. So last night, opening film, big deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you blush a little bit. But that's a huge honor. That's a big deal.
I was so excited. Yeah.
And how was the turnout? How did you feel?
Oh, great. Yeah. I mean, I think it was pretty full. And we did a Q&A afterwards, and there was so many great questions. Overall, I just felt like everyone seemed excited to be back, because I think this is the first time.
It is.
Yeah, it's been back.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
so awesome. Okay, so what was one of the most intriguing questions to you? Or what do you take away sometimes when people are asking the questions? Do you kind of think, oh, tweak the film this way, or should maybe for next time? Have you ever had that moment?
One of the most interesting questions. I don't.
Sorry to put you on the
No.
spot.
I think just like the origin of the how the story came about.
Yeah.
And it really is based on sort of my understanding of being an actor,
Right.
being in the business, and like having those years where I do very, very well, and then years where I don't do well.
Right.
Sort of makes me feel like two different people. So that's kind of where the brothers
Oh, that's
emerged
interesting.
from.
So it's you are not thinking of yourself with a brother, another human. It's you yourself in the split moment.
Yeah. Maybe I should talk to my therapist.
No, I think that's brilliant. I actually love to know that because now when I watch the film,
Okay.
I'll look at it in a different way.
Yeah.
Because as an actor, I can only imagine it's very humbling in a lot of
Yeah,
ways.
definitely.
You're on
yeah.
top of the world in one moment, and the next you're just scrambling
You do start to
together.
feel like two different people, like
Yes.
one year to the next. Yeah.
I love that. I need to talk to my therapist about that. So another interesting factoid that you shared with me off air, which I would love the people to know,
Mm-hmm.
All Happy Families is not just a title. It's also, it comes from somewhere.
It is
yeah.
based on a famous Tolstoy quote. From
Okay.
it's the opening line of Anna Karenina.
Oh.
And it's basically, I'm going to not have this
Totally.
perfect. Every happy family is happy in the same way, but every unhappy family is unhappy in a different way.
Oh, that makes complete
Yeah.
sense to me. That's interesting.
Mhm.
So did you pick that?
We went through a couple of titles for
Okay.
the film, and this one just started to ring true to us because there's a very specific quality to the Landry family in our movie.
Okay.
And we've Harula, the director, and also my co-writer,
Yes.
always had an affection for that
Has-
phrase.
Harula been here before?
She has.
I knew that.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So
yes.
she and I did I was in the movie Once Upon a River.
That's why
that
you look
was
familiar.
Here. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Like
We've
2017, maybe. Yeah.
We've talked before. Hi, I'm Gretchen.
Yeah.
Nice to
Hi.
see you again. You used to have blonde hair. That's the whole time I was
Right,
trying. And now
right,
it's all coming
right.
together. That's amazing. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how.
That's how we met.
Full
She
circle.
cast me in that movie.
How cool is
Yeah.
that? Okay, so how long did the movie take to film, and where was most of the filming taking
All in
place?
Chicago,
Cool.
different neighborhoods,
Okay.
places, that I've always known.
Okay.
And one of my friends' bars,
I
who
love
let us
that.
have, it's that kind of
Yeah,
feel,
the
very
gritty, like,
Chicago
yeah.
feel. And we shot it last summer, July and August.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. I'm so excited. So I'm bummed I missed the opening film because I had to be up
Yeah.
so early. However, where can we check it out?
So we are we're in the process of getting it sold
Awesome.
and then distributed. So
Right.
be on the lookout for All Happy Families.
The All Happy
Yeah.
Families. And, if you vote, and we might be able to see it again on Sunday.
It's entirely possible that it will show again Sunday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do for the rest of the time? Are you gonna enjoy films? Are you gonna what is
I
your
want to
plan?
see. I want to see. There's another film here from someone from Chicago. I think it was shot in
Yes,
Chicago.
yeah.
I want to see that one. I want to see so many others. Maybe try to ski. I haven't done it since I was 18.
You should
so
do it. Definitely.
I can pick it back up again.
You'll do it. Well, you're amazing. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank
And I
you.
can't All Happy Families. I am so
Yes.
excited. And go and vote. I'm going to plug this.
Oh.
Go and vote for All Happy Families so I can see it and we can all see it again on Sunday. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Gretchen.
And keep it right here. We have more of the show to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. How many personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work with some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now, check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Spooky and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
We're continuing our Vail Film Festival coverage, and I love Vail Film Festival because there are so many ranges and stories and things to talk about, especially the documentary 90 Minutes Later. It's about the famous ER actress Vanessa Marquez and all about her life, her legacy, and her tragic passing. I've got joining me today on the couch, we've got Cindy, who is the director-producer, and then Ingrid, you are a fellow actor and
She was a
inspiration
colleague and a dear friend.
all of the things. So 90 Minutes Later, tell me, Cindy, tell me a bit about the documentary and just all the details. What inspired you to make this film and tell this story?
Well, my friend Daniel was one of the people organizing his castmates from the film Stand and Deliver, which they all had gotten their break in, more or less, especially Vanessa. But they all organized a memorial for her in 2018. And I attended, and he had asked me beforehand to sort of consult on it because my husband had just passed away, and I was also involved in putting a memorial together. So he just kind of wanted me to stand around and be supportive, which I did. Then I attended it, and I was blown away. I mean, first of all, I couldn't believe that people from a movie had remained a family all these years, and that the bond was still so strong that they would want to do the right thing, which is not just stage a memorial together as a cast family from a time-honored movie, but to also ask the questions: what happened? We're going to get to the bottom of this. Something. They didn't really know what had happened to her yet. They just knew she had been shot, and that she had been very sickly. So when at the end of the memorial, I said to my friend Daniel, I said, when you go to do your investigation, you should bring a camera along. And he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm too tired now. And then he called me a couple of weeks later and he said, why don't you get a camera and come along? And I said, okay. So I did, and we began, and then it's been 5 years, and now the film is done.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing, and it's such it's important. It's not only are you honoring Vanessa's legacy, but it's important to tell this story and to be able to ask the questions. and know what's happening. And now, Ingrid, you met her on the cast of Stand and Deliver, or on the set of Stand and Deliver, and you remained a very good friend, and you were heavily featured in this documentary. So tell me a bit about Vanessa's life and just your relationship.
I was in and out of her life more than I think any of the other cast members. I became a widow. I lost a child, and she was there for me. So much so that she taught me how to cook French cuisine. She really spent time with me. Then I remarried, and I became pregnant. She would go through ups and downs. Okay, sometimes she couldn't leave the house, agoraphobia, wouldn't leave the house. Sometimes she could go out on stage. It was just very difficult. But for me, the last time I saw her was when I was pregnant, and it was between 2004 and 2005. I couldn't do it anymore. I was pregnant. And just the things that she would say. My new husband was helping. He was in a situation that he didn't know what to think of, because at one point she called, we reached out, she was cutting herself. So we went to her house to remove all knives, but really, I mean, if she wanted to hurt herself, she could have been able to do it. But I just couldn't take it anymore. She said, oh, your husband said something to me. And she had this feeling like that all men were coming on to her. I couldn't, my nerves couldn't deal with it. And I'm sorry that I didn't go back, because then I did lose a touch.
Yeah, you have to create boundaries sometimes when people are kind of, otherwise you can't help them ultimately if you don't know where that boundary is.
That's true.
With some of the other friends, though, that were in that castmate group, they felt pushed away. One person got unfriended on Facebook, and he lived right down the street from her, and he worried about her from time to time, but couldn't tell what was going on in there.
Sure.
But there was stuff going on. She was sort of spiraling downward, physically and mentally.
So to kind of tell a brief synopsis of her story. So she breakout actress in Stand and Deliver, and then had a great career with ER, on the cast of ER. But then this happened, she was shot by the police during a wellness check.
When she was 49.
Yeah, at age 49.
So her life was cut short, but it's so sad to see all of that. But I love the documentary highlights the good parts of her life as well.
Definitely.
And she was brilliant.
Yeah.
She was brilliant.
She was a very talented, effervescent, strong personality, really outspoken, and beautiful.
Great on film and on stage, a superpower. I just wish people could have seen that.
And she could sing.
And dance.
Triple threat.
Yeah, triple threat. Yeah.
And she had
actor, singer, dancer.
She had a body to die for too. I hated her.
I love that love-hate, supportive female relationship there. Now, in this film, you have some really unique coverage. So you obviously have talked to her friends, her family, cast members and whatnot, but you also have some of the true documentation from the police footage.
The body-worn camera footage. So we got the body-worn camera footage, and then we realized it really was only about a 17-minute representation of a 90-minute incident. So we kept writing until we got as much, till they said, this is it, there's no more. And we put it all together, and we studied it, but basically they came into her apartment at noon without a warrant. They found her in hoarding conditions. They climbed over packages, found her in bed having a seizure.
Having many
said,
seizures.
I'm having a seizure. And then paramedics were called. Now, what happened was before that was that she had reached out to a friend via text and said, I'm having a seizure. Please call the fire department. And he did. He called the fire station, specifically asked for a person.
He had done this many times.
Okay.
The fire department called the police and said, you go check it out. If it's a medical, we'll come. The police show up. They call the fire department. Fire department comes. So within 3 or 4 minutes, there is a room full of firemen and policemen, and they're all trying to figure out if she qualifies for a 5150.
Okay.
And apparently this had happened in the past. An hour and a half goes by, and they finally decide she is a 5150, which that's debatable because she says at a certain point that she hadn't had anything to eat in a couple of days.
Okay.
This made her a 5150.
Okay.
I think other people call that a fast.
Okay. Mhm.
But anyway, because she said that, they said, okay, 5150. We finally got the criteria, and they attempted to remove her.
Well, they let her know, we're going to take you.
Okay.
And she said, no, and she reached for something.
And
then the cop flipped out. So within 4 minutes, she's dead.
Wow. Wow.
And at this time they call like a sharpshooter, and he comes right in. They train all below. They tell her to come out. She comes out holding her Star Wars toys.
Oh my goodness.
And her little airsoft pistol.
Mhm.
And they open fire on her.
19 shots.
19 shots. Wow.
Two hit her, one grazed her.
Wow.
80 pounds.
Wow.
And she is dead. And then the irony is they try to revive her.
Wow. What a story to be
It-
told.
I know.
What? I didn't. Oh my.
Yeah,
wow.
you see in the thing
Yeah.
they're trying to administer CPR, but so that's what happened. But none of this was evident at the time.
Mhm.
There was secrecy. There was no access to body camera footage. It was a full year
They
and a
turned
half.
it off for 30 minutes.
Wow.
And when
That's-
they came back, they made the decision. They
Wow.
made the decision.
Yeah. Well, not only is this film honoring her life, it's bringing to light important conversation that needs to be had.
That's why
Yeah.
we're here. That's why,
Yeah.
we're telling people, please join us, engage. I know that in the past, my brother's on the spectrum, so I understand this.
Yeah.
And I want to help this cause.
Yeah.
But we're all in this together.
Yeah, it's true.
And I
And
think
it's a growing spate of incidents
It
like
is.
this. It's
It
just
is. I think-
one. This one happened to come to light because she had Ingrid and Daniel and Patrick and Will and me.
And because
But
of
most
her
people,
background as,
yeah,
as a movie star.
and a body of work. But
Yeah.
most people, most people don't. This happens all the time. Apparently,
Mhm.
parents call for help and they get their kids killed.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I think there are several facets of this film that really are bringing light and encouragement, reaching out and staying in touch with your people and being persistent and all of that. And so I love that you mentioned that, you wish you had called more, but being
I
able
should have gone back.
to be an advocate for that now is important. And then also from a police safety measures, that's great to say, hey, listen, bring to light what's happening and holding accountability for everybody involved.
Yeah.
It's a heavy film, but I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you coming today?
I would like to, absolutely. So tell us where it's playing. How
Okay.
can we view the film if we can't make it to the festival today?
Okay, so the film is at today here at the Vail Film Festival at Chasing Rabbits at 1:30, and we'll have a Q&A afterwards.
Great.
And then beyond that, you should check our Facebook and Instagram pages. Oh my God, let me see if I can remember what they are. It's,
I'm sure a Google search will help too.
Okay, I think it's at 90 Minutes Later Film is Instagram.
Great.
And Twitter is at 90 minutes _ later.
Great.
And then Facebook is 90 Minutes Later. It's 90 Minutes Later Film.
Great.
Anyway, we will post future screenings. Eventually, we'll have a streaming service. We just don't have that information for you yet, but that will be forthcoming.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
5 years in the making. This is very exciting. And Cindy, I can't wait to see your body of work. And Ingrid, I can't wait to see you talking all about Vanessa in the film. Absolutely. Well, ladies,
you.
I'm sorry for your loss, but very excited to see you tell the story.
Thank you.
It's going to be great. Now, head over to Chasing Rabbits today at 1:30 if you want to see 90 Minutes Later. We'll be right back after this.
This is Sergeant Morales. I work for the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. I got your number from the fire department over here at South Pasadena. And they had told me that you had called for Vanessa Marquez. And then you called them and you told them that you had a friend who lives in
who needed help.
Vanessa! South Pasadena Police Department, come to the door!
10-4, shots fired, shots fired.
She's down, hold on.
Is she down?
She's down.
Is she down?
She's down.
I don't know. Vanessa, talk to me!
We've all been very close since the film, and we see each other all the time, so this is our first family member that we've lost.
The camaraderie started on the set. I think we all fed off of each other.
We've been bonded to each other. These are like my crazy siblings.
I think we were all close. We would intertwine in each other's lives.
We have come to a place, in Hollywood where there is more inclusion, where there is more representation, but it was people like Vanessa who opened that door.
Justice for Vanessa Marquez begins today.
They went in to help her, and they carried her out in a stretcher.
What we did as Vanessa's cast family was trying to give her value.
And I'm here to announce the filing of a claim against the city of South Pasadena and its officers.
The paramedics didn't show up at first. It was the police. That's the last group of people she wanted to see in her lair.
There's something wrong with that picture. And the whole premise that they say for being there is that they were doing a welfare check on her.
Where did it break down? I don't think there was a breakdown.
I don't believe that for a second.
Vanessa!
Because that should be the priority of the police, to make sure that people are okay.
This is the only time I've ever heard it just taking more than a few minutes to make these decisions.
She was such a gentle, almost childlike soul.
All they had to do was leave.
Traffic! Say your name! Vanessa Marquez! 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 Say your name! Vanessa Marquez!
Good morning, Vail.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wild-crafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, welcome back to the show. Joining me today is the Hollywood heavy hitter, Oscar winner, writer, screenwriter, director, Brian Huggelin, joining me to talk about his brand new movie that's streaming on Paramount Plus, The Finest Kind. Brian, how are you this morning?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
So I'm so excited. Tell me about this movie.
Yeah, and well, it's a kind of a family drama disguised as a crime film, and it follows two half brothers, which is important because it gives me two dads instead of one dad. So it's the brothers and their relationship with each other, and the relationship with their fathers, and with their circle of friends, and it takes place in a commercial fishing world. So a movie should always take you someplace you can't go in your real life, and in this case, it's not outer space. It's a deck of a fishing boat.
Yeah, the commercial fishing world is definitely a space that most people don't get exposure to. So, two brothers, they connect in their adult life. Tell me, kind of the inspiration behind the storyline.
Yeah, I actually shot the movie in my hometown, New Bedford, Massachusetts, which is a big commercial fishing town. My dad was a commercial fisherman, my grandfather, I fished for a year and a half when I got out of college, and it's one of the first scripts I wrote. I wrote it many years ago, but never got it made until recently. And so the crime part of it never happened to me, but just about everything else in the movie, it happened to me. And it's a very much write what you know kind of script. It just took forever to get it made.
That's so exciting to kind of see all of these other bodies of work that you've done and things that you've won awards for, and to go back to one of the earlier pieces of work is just very exciting. So talk to me about the cast. How did you pick the people to play the characters? Tell me all of the details there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big believer in actors, which might sound kind of silly, but I go for the best actors I can get. Because it makes my job easier. I don't have to do anything. I just have to say cut and action and cut. Really, it's like so this whole cast from the top to the bottom to the smallest parts, they just are great actors, and there's nothing better than you've written a good scene. I'm not modest about my writing. I've written a good scene, and you let them just in there like tigers in a cage, kind of. And you're just kind of blessed when you see what the results is that they come up with for you. And Tommy Lee Jones and Jenna Ortega and Ben Foster, Toby Wallace, they're all great.
Yeah, true veterans in the industry, that's for sure. Watching them tell stories is just so much fun. So you mentioned that this movie you wrote at the beginning stages of your career. It's all things that have happened to you outside of minor details here. So what was your emotional attachment to making this film, and did the result turn out exactly as you hoped it would?
Yeah, it really did, and it was very emotional in a way. I wasn't expecting it to be, but when we started actually on the ground, and I'm walking through my neighborhood that I grew up in, and in particular, there's a bridge at the end of the film that a big scene happens around this bridge, and it's a bridge that I used to ride my bike over when I was a little boy, and when I was fishing, it was the bridge I went through when I would go out to sea, and then all of a sudden I was on the bridge making the movie. So it's a memory, a movie location, and a metaphor all at the same time. And I very often would be just sort of unexpectedly moved, really, by the fact that I was back home doing it.
I feel like I'm unexpectedly moved knowing that you have that childhood memory connected to some of those spaces, and then being able to bring it to life and kind of show it through a film. So what are you hoping audiences get out of this?
Well, I think it's a very involving family story and friendship story as well. There's a family related to each other, and there's a family of friends too. And I think that's always engaging if it's done right. And but also I think there's a great acting in the film. And I think you just let them be and let them do their job and act. And I think it's going to be very fun for audiences just to watch a bunch of actors go at it with each other without any worrying about special effects and green screens and all that kind of stuff.
Like tigers in a cage. I love that you said that earlier.
Yeah.
So Brian, where can we go to watch the movie and find out all the details about it?
Yep, the movie's exclusive on Paramount Plus, and it starts on December 15th.
Finest Kind sounds like it's going to be a good one, especially to get a little insight to your personal life. We appreciate you sharing, and best of luck to you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
All right, thanks, Brian. We appreciate it. Finest Kind, December 15th on Paramount Plus exclusively, so head over there if you want something good to watch this holiday season. Now keep it here for more. We'll be right back after this.
In America's heartland, living close to the land, there's a love for the country and a pride in the brand. In America's heartland, living close to the land. In America's heartland, close to the land.
Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lion's Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Just wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my family in Florida, in Delray Beach, Florida. I miss you guys and wish you were here. Love you.
All right, Merry Christmas, Thomas and Annie. We can't wait to spend Christmas with you. Love you guys.
Hi everyone, happy holidays from Vail Health.
Les deseamos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Have a happy, healthy holiday season.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. It is Friday, and you know what that means. We are featuring all things Eagle Valley Library District. So let's take a look at some little kids and having some fun with the library.
If you're looking for a great way to help educate your children, well, the Eagle Valley Library District is the way to do that. And I'm standing here with Tegan Davis, who's going to give us all that information and then some. Good morning, Tegan.
Yes. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for meeting us here. Yeah. I love the library.
Thanks for coming over. I appreciate you making the trip.
the whole 100 yards across the street. It's so convenient where you guys are located because you're right here, easy to access from anywhere in Avon. You've got great parking right out front. And you guys have so many great programs and resources for the early childhood development.
We do. So we have early literacy story times at all 3 libraries, so Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum. And when we talk early literacy, we're talking babies, toddlers, and preschoolers. So read to your babies, read to your young ones, because you'll help develop their brain so that they're school ready. We also have brochures that people can take out if they want to learn more on their own at home. But what our librarians do is they model a story time so parents can take those skill sets and be their child's first teacher at home. So we have all sorts of resources for parents to be their child's first teacher, as well as you can come into Storytime and work on talking, singing, reading, playing, and writing. Those are the 5 early literacy skills to set your child up for success. So I kind of wanted to show you with wee ones, so the babies, the littles, you know, when you're born, you don't have 20/20 vision. So it's important to pick out the high contrast books. And for adults, you're just like, all right, this might not be all that exciting for adults. But again, cats. And so then you can tell a story about a cat or you can point to the cat because babies really, they can't focus 20/20. So it's good to have it close and then read to your child right here. And the high contrast is really what's going to attract their attention. So there's all sorts of ones, like that's just pointing out animals. This one is actually a story. I kissed the baby. So you know, lots of loves and hugs and cuddles with this book. And then right behind you, it gets exciting. So
I love when things get exciting. And I love all of this information because these are things I didn't know.
Right. Oh, well, I'm glad I'm sharing. Yeah. And so some of them have puppets. So again, as you're reading, you can have a little puppet to entertain as well.
Oh, cute.
And then you got the lift flat books. So again, babes are going to explore with their hands, with their mouths. It's okay. And these ones are lift flat, so there's a little surprise.
Aww.
So with the young children, children, they can't anticipate what's under here, so it really is a surprise for them. So they're like, oh my gosh, toes. And so this one's good because it talks about all your body parts, so then you can go with your child and you can touch all of their body parts as well. And then, again, because they're very tactile, that's how they learn. This is llama, llama, sand, and sun. So squishy ball, felty towel, and then, this one's always good. So just different types of textures that kids can explore and then get a little bit enrichment out of the story. And they, again, rhyme, so you're building that phonological awareness when you're rhyming, and these books will help you out, so you don't have to come up with the rhymes all on your own.
See, this is all such great information, and especially as someone who doesn't have any children, this is like a class, a pre-class of having a child.
Well, exactly. Well, just so you know what to do with kids, or you can share with your friends, because sometimes there's that, it's snowing outside, what can we do? You can come to the library, you can check out these books, you can join us for story time, you can bring them home whether you're a resident or a visitor. We don't expect visitors to pack up 30 books and fly over here with them. So you can come to the library, get a library card, and you can explore. And these are just silly ones. These are just fun ones. So Peekaboo, Bruce is a very grumpy bear, and he tries to hide from his goslings, and so that's a fun one to play with kids as well. And then this one's just silly, moo ba la la la, because it talks about how the animals say there's certain songs, but then the pigs say la la la. And so you can ask your child, is that how a pig sounds? And they'd be like, no. And so you can go over the animal noises, and you can just have fun. And again, this is an excellent rhyming one. So we have lots of board books are what these called, because they're more sturdy for the little ones to bend and play and turn the pages without ripping. And we also have them in bilingual and Spanish. So we got a plethora of books for your wee ones.
So many great options, and it's really important that people do this because it does help develop all of these intense skills that kids need, and it'll help them so much as they approach school.
Exactly. So research has shown 0 to 5 is the most important time for brain development, so you want to be engaging your child. Again, reading, talking, playing, writing, or singing. And when we talk about writing, you just give them, the age-appropriate crowns, like the big fat crowns, and just let them explore on the paper. And pretty soon, what they're going to notice is that these squiggles actually mean something, and so you're building that word recognition, that letter recognition, so that they're set up for reading in school.
Which is so important, and it'll help them in the long run. And you guys have so many great resources. You guys also have excellent librarians on all 3 locations that can help parents kind of make their way through this process.
Yep, if you have any questions, our librarians are here to help you. They're here to help you select books. We also have storytime kits, so if you're just I'm in a hurry, here's a bag to go, storytime on the go. And then you can bring your family in here, and you can participate in storytime. You can come in and play. We have lots of things for kids to do at the library.
And so if people are interested in getting a library card, this is my favorite question to ask, only because it's so easy to get a library card.
We tried really hard to make it as easy as possible. So you just need to bring a photo ID, whether that's your rec pass, ski pass, just something that identifies you as you, and you come into the library. Again, residents, visitors, if you're just here working the season, you can come get a library card at our libraries, and you'll walk away with hopefully all the things you want.
Which makes it so convenient. And then, of course, you guys have great programmings and events that you do throughout all 3 libraries. And so if people are interested in that, what's the best way for them to get more information?
Stay updated on our website, which is evld.org.
Tegan, thank you so much for spending time with us and giving me all of this great information.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I feel like my brain grows every time I come in here because you teach me so much.
I'm happy to hear that. So yeah, any questions, come on by. If we don't have it, we'll try to get it for you.
Make sure that you come to the Eagle Valley Library District. That way you can help with all of your children's early childhood development because it's so important. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Knapp Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Knapp Nectar Hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tvavail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now, check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. And welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Well, checking out that 5-day forecast, now we are officially in the weekend. Saturday, mostly cloudy, 21 for the high, 2 degrees for the low. So if you are out and about for the Vail Film Festival, make sure that you are bundled up accordingly, grab those scarves. 30% chance on Saturday of precipitation. Sunday, more chance of precipitation, 40%. Afternoon snow showers, 33 for the high, 16 for the low. And then that sunshine, as we love here in the valley, comes back on Monday, mostly sunny with a high of 44 degrees, low of 17. Tuesday, those clouds roll back in though, high 42, low of 15, 20% chance of precipitation. And then Wednesday, the sun is back, high 41, low of 15. So it's a interesting mix of weather over the next 5 days, but you know, it's Friday. We love Friday. It's day 2 of the Vail Film Festival.
Yeah.
So many incredible stories we talked about today.
Oh my gosh, I was just my heart. That was beautiful.
It was between like tween comedy movies,
laughing, crying,
documentaries, all
yeah.
of the emotions. It's just been quite an incredible day. Plus, if you're interested in making Christmas cherry bombs,
love that.
Julio and I talked about that in the kitchen today. But we've got so much in store for tomorrow's Vail Film Festival.
Oh my goodness, you
We'll
don't want to
then.
miss it. You do not want to miss it.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.